Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Ciara Speller. We're going to have your top 4 at 4 in just a moment. But first, a look at your commuter traffic and weather. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, a wet one out there today. How are the roads looking?
Pretty good, actually. I'm kind of surprised that we don't have more delays here. We've had some heavy rain that has moved through, and there was some minor street flooding, kind of more like puddling and ponding on roads that happened briefly, but all things considered, we're in good shape. Pike looks good. 291 in downtown Springfield and I-91 in Springfield looking pretty good, and north of the Pike on I-91 we're also in good shape. Temperatures right now are in the mid 60s to low 70s. Temperatures right now 66 in Westfield, 66 Northampton, 65 in Greenfield, upper 60s in Orange, and 72 in Springfield. Had a batch of rain that moved through during the mid-afternoon hours, and we've got another batch of rain that's moving in a little bit later on tonight. We'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Now for our top 4 at 4, we're learning more today about the man accused of Tuesday's deadly shooting at an ICE facility. FBI Director Kash Patel is now posting new details online. The suspect is identified as 29-year-old Joshua John of Texas. They say he shot 3 detainees from a nearby rooftop, killing one and badly hurting the others before taking his own life. Now officials say he had been researching the facility and left messages saying he hoped to make ICE agents afraid. No agents were hurt in the shooting. The Haley-Driscoll administration is giving an update on the 2025 Project Safe Neighborhood initiative. They say state and local agencies have made nearly 500 arrests, removed 65 illegal firearms, and seized more than 30,000 grams of drugs. That includes 86 arrests in Holyoke and 72 arrests in Springfield. Since the program started in 2023, DAs have received nearly $3.8 million in state funding to address community safety issues effectively. The suspect connected to the shooting of a Springfield police officer in 2024 was held without bail following a narcotics investigation by Chicopee police. Alberto Torres was arraigned this morning in Chicopee District Court. He was arrested Wednesday after a police investigation into drug dealing on Nonotuck Avenue. Torres is now facing multiple charges, including drug trafficking and illegal gun possession. Officials say there was no counsel to represent him today, so he will return to court tomorrow. A former associate provost at UMass Amherst is now being fined $10,000. According to the State Ethics Commission, Heather Sharps-Smith violated a conflict of interest policy by taking part in the hiring process for her brother. They say Sharps-Smith emailed her colleagues at UMass asking if an unnamed person could be hired to a temporary position without telling them it was her brother. Sharps-Smith has since left the university. She will now pay a $10,000 civil penalty. All right, a wet one out there today. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis now. Brian, this trend is going to be continuing, but clearing up in time for the weekend. Yeah,
exactly. So we've had these waves of rain that have come through, and you can see here's one that's actually moving out as we speak. We had some heavy rain here around 2:30, 2:45, moving through the valley. That's moving into New Hampshire now and northeastern Massachusetts, and there are more waves of rain off to our west. So bottom line, it's going to be damp here right through about midnight tonight. 5 o'clock here this afternoon. 22 News Storm Team Skycast. Scattered showers. Might be a thunderstorm here early this evening. Notice 7 o'clock. A little bit of heavier rain over the Berkshires, and that kind of dissipates as it moves east. So again, showers, drizzle, chance for a thunderstorm through about 11 o'clock midnight tonight, and then we dry out overnight. There'll be some areas of fog I expect for the morning commute tomorrow. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. The fog lifts to a partly sunny first half of the day, and then afternoon, the real clearing kicks in, and it's mostly sunny for the second half of the day here tomorrow with high temps back up around 80. We'll show you the drier weather for the weekend on 22 News at 5.
Now taking a look at what's trending today online, a new warning to parents about a viral challenge that could prove dangerous for kids who try it. It's called the K-pop noodle challenge. Doctors say it's landed multiple children in the hospital badly burned. It's inspired by the Netflix film K-pop Demon Hunters. The trend encourages children to eat Korean instant noodles like the characters in the movie. The noodles are often microwaved in tall, narrow cups, making it easy to tip over and cause second or even third-degree burns. Pumpkin spice lovers, listen up. You could soon have fewer options to grab your PSL. Starbucks says it's closing stores. They say only 1% of locations will be impacted, but that adds up to around 500 stores. The coffee giant will also lay off 900 non-retail employees. They haven't announced which stores will be affected, but they still expect to have more than 18,000 shops by the end of the year. And a happy moment for music, makeup, and fashion icon Rihanna. Her and her partner, A$AP Rocky, have announced the birth of their third baby. It's a baby girl named Rocky Irish Mayers. The couple announced the pregnancy back in May at the Met Gala. Their first two children were born in 2022 and 2023, named Riot Rose and RZA. And now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. It's spooky season, and that means Fright Fest is back at Six Flags New England. We'll have a preview of this year's scariest sights. And families across the Commonwealth are still waiting for justice in hundreds of unsolved murder cases. We'll hear from families who are affected. Plus, a third of Americans have no emergency savings. 22 News is working for you with ways to build up your rainy day fund.
Traffic running pretty good despite the weather. Keep in mind that there could certainly be some puddling and ponding and even some minor street flooding here this afternoon, but 91 looks good and the Pike also looking fine. Drier weather getting closer and closer. We'll track its arrival on 22 News at 5.
All right, Brian, thank you. And thanks to you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. You can join Brian and I on TV starting at 5 and get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.